Most reviews on ArcticBlast tell you what it's supposed to do. I wanted to know what it actually does, so I put it through the matrix, broke down the mechanism, checked the ingredients, looked at what real users are reporting. This is the review matrix. Here's what I found. Here's what's actually going on with occasional, persistent joint and muscle discomfort. Most people dealing with it aren't failing because they haven't tried. They're failing because the things they've tried only address surface inflammation or provide a fleeting sensation, not the real reason the discomfort keeps locking them up and stalling their day. That quiet frustration of doing everything right, staying active and still waking up feeling stiff and stuck while everyone else seems to be moving forward effortlessly, that's the gap ArcticBlast is designed for. When I broke down how ArcticBlast actually works, it targets the root-level sensory mechanism directly, not just surface skin irritation. That's the distinction that matters. Most heavy balms and sticky patches work strictly at the superficial symptom level, which is why you get greasy residue and results that fade in 20 minutes. This goes a layer deeper, a liquid delivery counter-irritant approach, more targeted, less guesswork. Running through the key components, menthol, this is the one that stood out most because it directly addresses the immediate restriction tied to joint and muscle irritation by rapidly desensitizing the localized pain receptors through a distinct cooling to warming transition. Then camphor oil, which I hadn't seen formulated quite this way in a fast-absorbing liquid drop format before, serving to compound that thermal distraction. And wintergreen oil, methyl salicylate, combined with aloe and Arnica montana, easy to overlook, but it's what keeps the skin hydrated and allows the primary counter-irritants to actually penetrate smoothly instead of just sitting on top of the epidermis and evaporating. Based on the breakdown and what consistent users are reporting, early on, usually within the first few minutes of application, most people notice a sharp, rapid cooling sensation that breaks the immediate cycle of stiffness. That tends to build into increased local mobility and temporary ease during daily tasks with consistency over the first week or two. And longer term, the deeper change the ICP secretly wants, a reliable, predictable baseline where you're not overthinking every morning physical movement. Not a straight line, but a clear direction. That's what the pattern shows. The protocol is simple. Apply 3 to 4 drops directly to the affected area and massage gently. Fits into a morning and evening routine without friction or a greasy mess under your clothes. The timeline most people report meaningful, sustainable results, 2 to 4 weeks of daily use. Not a disclaimer, just how cumulative sensory mechanisms work. The first week is laying the foundation by calming the hyperreactive pathways. The compounding kicks in after. One variable I always factor in, refund policy. ArcticBlast comes with a 365-day money-back guarantee. I treat that as a confidence metric. Companies don't offer full 1-year return windows on products they know underdeliver. It also means if its unique liquid delivery doesn't work for your specific joint situation, you're not absorbing the full financial risk. That's a relevant input. If the mechanism checks out for your situation and the problem I described is where you actually are, the link to the official page is in the description. Direct link, no resellers, no markup. Go through it, cross-check what I've covered, and run your own matrix. You've got everything you need to decide. That's the full matrix on ArcticBlast. Mechanism checked, features broken down, risk assessed. The call is yours.